Good morning. This is the Friday Zoom, a strength and balance class with me, Hannah. Couple of words at the beginning here. There is a child and two noisy dogs who are also present in the house. So apologies in advance for any disturbances. Things that you will need for this class include a full water bottle, a set of weights. I got two of these. This is the 3 pound. A 2, 3, or 5, anywhere within that range is pretty good. You'll need some space to work where you won't be tripped, or space to work basically, and then something to hold on to. So like a good kitchen chair is pretty good. Some of the exercises do have a seated option. I also use the wall. I lean against the wall for support. Kitchen table or countertop is good for balance support as well. Some of our exercises towards the end of the strength portion will be laying down. I have my yoga mat behind me, so I'll be lying down. If it's not suitable for you, do not worry. I will give a seated option, which is just as good, just different. All right, we're going to get started. There's a tractor running outside and my dogs are going to lose their little minds because they do not like when people drive down our road. So again, apologies in advance at that time of year. Let's begin. Take a deep breath. All right, we're going to start by standing up nice and tall, marching our feet. Oh, I have someone jumping into the class. Good. Standing up nice and tall, marching our feet, moving those arms forwards and backwards. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Let's think about standing tall. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Keep those shoulders relaxed and down. And then we're going to bring those shoulders up towards our ears and relax. Do this a couple of times. Shoulders up, shoulders down. And let's roll our shoulders, nice big circles. And we're going to roll those shoulders forwards now. Let's bring those arms to come out to the side and make wee little circles. Back in the other direction. And let's make those circles bigger. So we're going to reach forwards, practice our swimming stroke. Nice big reach forwards, pulling those hands back. And let's go backwards now. Little bend of that elbow, like you're combing your hair. One more on each side. Good. Let's pick those hands up. We're going to press those hands away and pull them back. Press and pull. Press and pull. Press and pull. Let's press those hands up to the ceiling. Pull them down. Press and pull. Press and pull. Press and pull. Good. Let's look at our feet. Take one foot, touch your toe and your heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Two more. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's look at our other foot. Touch your toe and your heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Couple more. Here's 1, heel, and 2, heel. Let's pick that march up, march ourselves back into position, and we're going to pedal our heels up onto one toe and then the other. Let's add one arm at a time. Bending at the elbows for like nice little bicep curls here. Let's bend both arms at the same time. So bring those hands up towards your shoulders, press them back. Bend and press. Bend, press, bend, and press. bend, press, bend, press. Good. Shake those arms out. Pick that march up again. We're going to take a second to have a nice deep breath here. Reach those arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Let's do one more. Spreading fertilizer on the tobacco. You probably can't hear the background noise. Hopefully you can't hear it. Look, that's what they're doing out there. Big inhale. And exhale. Good. We're going to pick up one knee. Take it out to the side. Step that foot down. Pick that foot up. Knee comes in. Place it back where it was before. Do it a couple more times. So thinking about warming up our hips. So really rotating through this hip here. Up, out, and down. Up, back in, down. Let's go to the other side. Up, out, down, up, back in, down, up, out, and down, up, back in, down. Good. Take those feet still a little bit wider apart, about hip width, and let's just circle those hips. Oh, back in the other direction. Good. All right. Shake those arms and legs. Have a drink if you need to here. And we're going to get started. We will start with either a squat or a sit stand, depending on how you feel. We're going to add some weights. Although hold both, and I want you to hold them here at your shoulders. So mine are sitting right on my shoulders. If that doesn't feel comfortable, you can hold them in your hands just above your shoulders. I find it easier just to lay them right there. If you are doing a sit to stand, and you can do this as a sit to stand, and you need your hands to push yourself up, then you're just going to pop the weights down and do it without the weights. So for a sit to stand, it's going to look like this. You're up and you're down, holding those weights on your shoulders. I'm going to demonstrate this, or I'm going to do mine as a squat. So hold those weights up on my shoulders. Feet are turned out slightly, knees are soft to start with. And I'm going to sink down and exhale. Right, join in with me here, whether you're sit to stand or a squat. Keep that chest nice and tall. Inhale as you come down. You'll want to exhale as you stand up. Moving down nice and slowly. A little bit quicker on the way up there. As we stand up this time, squeeze your bum. Let's think about it again. Think about squeezing through those glute muscles, those bum muscles. Good, that's 8. Great. We'll pop the weights down. And we're going to stand up somewhere next where we have some support. I have a wall just here off camera, so I'm just going to use the wall. Standing up nice and tall, really think about the posture. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Relax those shoulders. We're going to pick up one knee and then the other. Moving nice and slowly, and especially slowly as you put that foot on the floor. Good. Just lifting that knee as high as that feels comfortable for you. One more on each side. Here's 1 and 2. Good. We'll stay standing here close to whatever you're using for support. We're going to take one leg, lift that leg to the front, lift that leg to the side, lift that leg behind you. Same thing again on this side. Forward, side, behind. Now let's switch to the other side. Forward, side, behind. Forward, side, behind. First side. Forward, side, behind, and again, forward, side, behind. Back to that second side, forward, side. Not trying to lift your leg too high, just as high as that's comfortable, and moving nice and slowly. We'll do a couple more on each side. So back to that first side. And second side, forwards, side, behind, one more, forwards, side, behind. Great. All right, shake those hips out a little bit. It's a lot of work for your hips, that exercise. Let's have a quick drink and then we'll go back to the beginning of the 3. All right. Grab that chair if you're going to do sit to stands. I won't demonstrate those again. Remember, if optional, we're going to take those weights up onto our shoulders. So we're working with both weights. And then I'm going to squat. Turn my feet out slightly. Think about keeping those shoulders back and that chest full. Here we go, 8 of these. Really think about squeezing your bum as you stand up. That might sound unnecessary, but that's really going to help build those glute muscles. Big inhale on the way down. Last one. Good. Pop the weights down. And we're going to step into those knee raises again. So standing up nice and tall, think about that posture. Chest tall, belly button in. One leg at a time. You can see I'm holding onto the wall. Please don't be afraid to hold on to whatever you need for support. I'm looking out the window and I almost think it could rain. That's not useful information. All right, one more on each side. Good. All right, let's do those leg raises now. So staying where you are, one leg comes forwards, to the side, behind, and again, forwards, to the side, behind. Let's do a third one, forwards, to the side, behind. Switch to that second leg, forwards, to the side, behind. Forwards, side, behind. Forwards, side, behind. Now let's go to the first side. We'll do 3 more. Forwards, side, behind. Forwards, side, behind. Last one. Forwards, side, behind. Switch to the other leg. Forwards, side, behind. Good. Keep it up. Just 2 more. Side, behind. Forwards, side, behind. Very good. All right. Let's have a quick drink. And we'll pick up our weights, or we'll pick up one weight after we've had a drink here. Deep breath. All right, we'll start with one weight. We're going to do some upper body work. Starting with one weight, I want you to lift that weight right up over your head. Apologies, because the way the camera is going to cut my head off. I'll cut my hands off. You can see here, my weight is straight up above my head. Bend your elbows to bring that weight behind your head. Let's exhale to lift it to the ceiling again. So let's keep our knees nice and soft. We'll do 8 of these. Nice and slow as you lower that weight.
We all want to believe that are true. Take a look at some of the results of the study by the way. Don't leave the most green and sustainable labels on what they're looking at while they're shopping.
Good. Somebody's got their noise on, I think. I wondered where that voice was coming from.
To sell these products that
let's do 2 more. 1.
61% said that they, as a shopper, we should.
And 2. Good. Relax his hands. I'm just going to find out who it is and mute them.
People are coming in.
Just a second.
This is where it gets interesting. Natalie,
I take my.
There we go. I listened for a bit. It wasn't anything to do with the class. All right, let's pick up both hands. Both weights. A weight in each hand. That's what I wanted to say, I think. Stand up nice and tall, and we're going to raise one to the front, the other one to the front, both to the front. 1, 2, and then both. 1, 2, both, and again. 1, 2, and both. Turn your hands now so they're at your sides. And we'll come out to the sides. 1, 2, both. 1, 2, and both. 1, 2, both. 1, 2, and both. Very good. We'll put both weights down for a moment. Shake those arms out, roll those shoulders a little bit. Let those arms dangle down, circle those shoulders. Can be, both those movements can kind of impact the shoulders, so lots of work there. Let's grab one weight. We're going to lift it above our head, so we're repeating those same 2 exercises. Lift above your head, bend those elbows, bring that weight behind your head. Exhale to bring it back to center, or back, not to center, straight up above your head. Nice and slow as you lower. This is really good for your tricep muscles, so this is muscle at the back of your arms. We're standing up nice and tall. We've got 2 more. Here's 1. Bracelet's getting caught in my hair. And 2. Good. Lower that weight nice and slowly. All right. Pick up that second weight. And we'll repeat those front and side arm raises, starting with those shoulders back. 1, 2. Both arms. Lowering nice and slowly. 1, 2, both arms. 1, 2, both arms. 1, 2, both arms. Great, let's switch so our hands are facing our sides. 1, 2, both arms. 1, 2, both arms. 1, 2, both arms. 1, 2, and both arms. Very good. All right, have a quick drink. Our next 3 strength exercises will be, there will be a floor and a seated option, so you can choose what works best for you. And always start, I'm going to take a deep breath. And you can join me if you want to. Big inhale. Good. Sometimes it's hard to take a deep breath when you're talking. All right, our first exercise is going to be a chest press. I will demonstrate everything for the seated people, and then I'll get down on the floor and I'll do the laying down exercise as we lie down, as we go. If you're seated, your chest press will look like this. Sitting up nice and tall, pull that belly button towards your spine. Pick those weights up, so you're holding them at chest level here, and you're going to press them forwards. Oh, my arms up level, and back. Forwards, slowly back. Forwards, slowly back. That's your chest press. Number 2 for you is a knee raise. I'm just moving the chair so you can see my legs a little bit better. Second exercise for you is a knee raise. Sitting up nice and tall. Really important to think about our core muscles. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Pick up one knee and then the other. One knee and the other. Placing that knee slowly onto the floor. Third exercise, if you're seated, is a seated leg extension. Stick that one leg out, lift it up, lower it down. Switch to the other side. Stretch that leg out, lift it up and lower. First side again, up and down. Second side, up and down. My feet are not dizzy. I was in the garden just before this class, so glad my feet don't look absolutely filthy. All right, so that's what you're going to do if you're seated. I will remind you, don't worry. Everybody who's happy to get down on the floor, come and join me down on the mat. Bring your weights with you. So you're going to pop those weights on the floor first, and then slowly bring yourself down to the ground. Feet are flat on the floor. I don't know if that's the best place for you, friend. And we're going to lay down. Grab those weights. Bring those arms out to the side. So ready, people who are seated, pick up those weights and you're going to do that chest press. So you're pressing those weights out and away from you, slowly back. People on the floor, we're going to press our weights up to the ceiling. Here we go, we're going to count 8 of these. Straight up to the ceiling. And then slowly lower down. So people who are seated, push those weights out in front of you and then slowly bring them back. Good. He's gonna capture those weights if I fail, it's gonna spot me. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Pop those weights down, just anywhere next to you. And now people who are seated, you're going to do those seated knee raises. So picking up one knee and then the other, laying those feet down nice and slowly. People on the floor, let's bring those feet up off the floor. So knees are up and our legs are bent. And we're going to tap one foot and then the other. Good. Nice and slowly. Same for people who are seated. We're just performing this nice and slowly. Two more on each side. So here's 1. And then 2. Relax both feet to the floor. Friends who are seated, you are going to do those seated leg extensions. So you'll stretch out one leg and then lift that leg up off the floor nice and slowly. People on the floor, you can see me, the dogs are sticking out the way. We're going to stretch out one foot and back to center. I think everyone who's in this class has done this before. Usually have too many new people joining the Zoom, and I'm sure you've done this before. So hopefully you can see me and remember enough. We're just sliding that heel across the floor. Good. Dogs. It's really nice to have your help. That's cute. One more on each side. One. And another. Good. All right. Grab a drink here if you can. If you brought your drink to the floor, you can grab some water. If you didn't, don't worry, we'll just take a second and then let's pick up those weights. We'll go straight into that chest press. So here we are, arms out at our sides. Pick those weights up if you're seated. Remember, you're pushing them out and away from you. Here we go. Up and slowly lower down. You're going to exhale as you push those weights away. Inhale as you lower those hands down. And one more. Good. Pop those weights down. And then let's stay on the floor. Pick those feet up. If you're seated, do those knee raises now. Pop your weights down. We're going to tap one toe and then the other. Good. Nice and slowly, just working some very low abdominal muscles. Good. We'll do two more on each side. Here's one. And two. Good. Bring both feet down to the floor now. And let's straighten one leg and back up. If you're seated, you're in those leg extensions now. Good. Moving nice and slowly, stretching that foot right out, sliding that heel along the floor. One more, one more on each side now. One, and then the other. All right, very good. Just gonna put my weights in a pile. If you're seated, let's walk our feet over to one side of the mat. So I'm walking my feet over to the right, and then drop my knees down to the left and roll onto my side. With this upper arm as my right arm, push myself up, using my elbow on my other hand, come up to seated. Do that nice and slowly. We were on the floor for a while, and I know I'm always a little bit lightheaded when I get down off the floor, when I get up off the floor rather. So once you feel a little less wobbly, hopefully you don't feel wobbly at all, you're going to push yourself to onto your all fours here. So now we're on hands and knees. And from here, you can bring one foot forward and push yourself up to standing. Or if you need to, crawl your way to your chair. Use your upper body to hold yourself while you bring that foot forward. Pull yourself up to standing. Good. All right, pop those weights down. Oh, time for balance. Let's just take a second here. Wait, everybody to get up. Have a drink. Ookie dookie. Hopefully everybody is off the floor now. Just going to adjust my camera. It always wants to start my head off. Okay, we're going to stand up in the middle of our mat, or stand up nice and tall in the middle of your space. Let's have our feet as close to each other as they can be. Stand up nice and tall here. We're going to raise one arm to the ceiling. And relax. Raise the other arm to the ceiling. we're thinking about how we're standing here. So pressing our feet down into the floor. Let's relax that arm. Let's take both arms up, grounding down into the floor all the way through to your toes. Pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Relax both arms. Keeping those shoulders back and that chest tall. Arms up to the sides. Let's reach them forwards. Turn your palms up and then down. Up. Down. Up. And down. Good. Relax the arms. Out of that. We're going to stand on one leg for a little bit. I'm going to hold on to the wall here, but you make sure you're in a place where you have something to hold on to. So whether it's the chair or a wall or a kitchen counter or the table or whatever. And let's take the weight onto one leg. I'm going to start on my right. So that means a little bend of that right leg and feeling like I'm really relaxing down into that right foot, pressing it into the floor. And then when you're ready, take that foot, so your left toe is just touching there, and then we'll pick that foot right up. Standing up tall, relaxing your shoulders. Let's pick up our hand, so that thumb out in front. We're going to move this thumb from side to side. And we're going to follow it still. Move the thumb slowly because it can make you dizzy if you go too fast. Yeah, going as far as you can in each direction, still see it. Stretch those eyes. Good, back to center and relax. And then relax that foot down. Just take the weight onto the other side, so the bend of that knee. Pick the other foot up. You can start with a toe on the floor. Think about relaxing the foot that's on the floor, so pressing into the ground. And then I guess I'm going to use the other hand. Well, I'm going to use the same hand so I can still hold on. So holding up that thumb. Move from side. Nice and slowly. Good. It's more difficult than you think sometimes. Good. Back to center, relax. Ooh, blink those eyes a couple of times if we need to readjust. Push that foot down to the floor and yeah, stand normally for a second here. Yeah, we're going to work on our tightrope a little bit. And we're going to, I want us to tightrope around in a circle. I'm going to put my chair, I'm not going to put my chair in the middle of the mat here, but it's a good idea if you do this around your mat, around your chair for some balance. I feel like if I have it here, it's not good for the camera. You can just see a big chair and nothing else. But we're going to take tightrope steps. So heel to toe steps, which look like this. I'll demonstrate here. Feet as close to each other as they can be, and maybe they're not as close as my feet, and that's okay. But nice close steps, one after the other. And we're going to move around in a small circle. So here we go. Standing up nice and tall. Trying not to look at our feet. And being within arm's reach of your chair all the time if you want to be. I am not, just because then you won't be able to see my feet, or you'll be able to see the chair. Doesn't make a good video. Let's keep going. And let's stop here. And I want you to turn yourself all the way around so you're facing in the other direction. And then go again. Good. Keep that going. All right. And then pause here. Now keep going forwards if you want to. If you feel really bold and adventurous, you can go backwards. You can definitely look over your shoulder to see where you're going. Whoop. Otherwise, just trying to maintain that balance. So take those small steps backwards. Keeping those feet as much in line as you can, moving slowly. Pause that way you are, and let's turn ourselves around. So facing in the other direction, and then again, you can go forwards or backwards, depending on how easy or hard this feels today. I don't know if it ever feels easy, but I guess how much you're up for a challenge. I'm going to pause it there because it's making me dizzy. Let's go backwards. You bring yourself back to where you can see me, and then we'll do one more here. Hello, friend. I wonder if anybody else has a dog who joins them when they exercise. It used to be my children when they were really small, be jumping all over me, but now they're less interested. Now it's the dogs. You're a good pup. Some of the time. All right, let's stand up nice and tall here. We're going to take our weight onto our right leg, so pressing down with that right foot into the floor, little bend of that right knee, and then take that left foot. Sorry, I'm going to step backwards so you can actually see my feet. Your head is in exactly the wrong place. Step that foot forwards, left foot forwards, so your heel's touching the floor in front of you. And then we're going to take that heel up off the floor. Mine is probably about 3 inches off the floor, so not very far, 2-3 inches. Just enough so there's no ground underneath that foot. We'll just hold it here for a few moments. Let go if you can. If you can't, that's okay. And then it's my left leg that's forward. I take my left arm out in front of me too. And right arm forwards as well. If you can. That means not holding on to anything. So if you want to push yourself, you can. If holding on is better, that's okay. All right, relax here. We're going to try the other side. So I'll take the weight onto my left foot. Pressing down on my left foot, little bend of that knee, step that right foot forwards. My heel's on the floor, and then I'm going to take that heel up off the floor. Let's hold this here for a few moments. Reach that same side arm forwards. And second arm. Remember, the second arm is optional. I should have said that earlier. And let's relax those arms. Okay, good. What's next? What's next is we're going to take a deep breath. Oh boy. Big inhale. Exhale. Whew, don't yawn. And again. It's ready to stretch time. Stretch in time. Stick that one arm across your body. Up here is a big morning, I guess. He hasn't, he just wants you to think he has. Switch to the other side. Don't be barking. Good, relax. Stick one arm up above our head. You're going to bend that elbow to bring that arm behind your back. And with the other hand, we're going to reach up and see how close you can get those hands to each other. If you can't link those fingers, if you can't touch, that's okay. Just hold this here, getting those hands as close as you can. I can see the funniest thing out my window. I wish I could show you, but you'll never be able to, you won't see even if I turn the camera. So we have rye growing. Let's just relax our arms and switch to the other side. We have rye growing in our field. Let's reach one arm to the ceiling, bend that elbow, and see if you can touch with the other hand. And it's quite tall now. We also have a lot of deer around. There's forest all around, all sides of us, lots of deer. And there's one out in the middle of the field. And I can just see her ears sticking up over the top. It's broad daylight, 10 o'clock in the morning. I can see her making her way towards the tree line now. You can just see her ears poking over the top. So funny. We saw 2 big coyotes. It was really close to the house actually, which wasn't so fun. Let's relax those arms. That was about 6 o'clock this morning, and we went out and shouted at them and scared them off. But the deer, I don't mind. Okay, let's come and sit down so we can stretch our legs. If your dog isn't in the way like mine is. Don't know if anyone's interested in wildlife I see from my window while teaching class, but I like to tell you. Let's pick that one knee up, pull it up towards your chest. And we're going to do some nice circles of that ankle. Point your toes. You can. Oh, that makes my toes really want to stretch. I'm back in the other direction. I don't know if the video is picking up the noise in my ankle. All right, back in the other direction. Pick that knee up, pull it up towards your chest. Circle those. If it doesn't feel good to point your toe like that, that's okay. You can keep your toes relaxed. Back in the other direction. Good, good. Let's walk those feet apart. So your feet are nice and wide, knees are apart. We're going to place our hands on the inside of our knees, press them away. So you're pushing those knees open. You should feel that stretch all in that inner thigh here. Sitting up nice and tall, looking up and ahead. Good, relax those legs. All right, let's sit forward in our chair. Reach those arms out behind you and stretch those arms. Stretch out those fingers. Lift that chest. You're going to look up and ahead. Take some deep breaths. Next time when you take an inhale, hold it there, and as you exhale, wrap those arms around yourself. Nice tight squeeze here. Just give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you very much for joining in. Yeah, thank you. Hope everybody enjoyed. That's a better thing to say. Yeah, hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see some of you next week for more Zoom. No in-person classes next week.
Thank you. It's good.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thanks, Hannah.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone.
You too.